Hey, g'day everyone, welcome back to J Reviews. I'm Jason and I'm just going to give you another quick unboxing of a little charger just picked up from Amazon. Currently on offer at the moment. It normally retails for $59.99, but they've got a deal trending at the moment which is taking it down to $33.99 for a 3-port USB-C charger. I think that's actually a pretty good deal. One of the things about living in Australia, especially for myself, is the fact that I do work on mine sites, remote mine sites. So when I'm looking at other technologies out there, I'm looking at things that will enable me to have slightly better quality of life out on site. Because the sites are remote, we do sometimes go without internet and things like that, and we do get power cuts during big storms. So having a good charger, good cables, good quality items with you all the time does make the world of difference. So working on remote mine sites, it does encourage me to really look at other technologies out there. Most of the time we do get good internet, but like I say, once the storms come rolling through, they can knock out the power grids and the generators that we have on site, and you do lose your internet and you lose your power. So personally, I do carry a MacBook Air. I do have my iPad Air as well, mainly for carrying all my media, which is my movies, TV shows, music and things like that. So I'm always looking at, reducing my weight that I carry on the plane. We have very minimal weights we can carry on these small planes, so the lighter the product I can carry, the better. So yeah, I definitely decided I would pick up one of these Anker adapters. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing, show you around it, and have a look what it's all about. Like I say, because we do travel to work on small planes, we are restricted by our weights, so I don't really like carrying big bulky chargers and things like that. So when I see something like this come along, it does make the world of difference to me. If you can only carry 7 kilos in a bag, it does soon add up. So we do get a little bit more allowance in the suitcase, but if you're working FIFO, for any of you don't know what that means in Australia, it's fly in, fly out. Sometimes we're away for a week depending on contracts, or we're away for 2 weeks. So when you're carrying your suitcases and things like that, your weights do quickly add up, because you're taking your changes of clothes, you're taking your gadgets, you're taking your gym gear, and your toiletries and things like that, and so the weights do add up pretty quickly. So anyway, yeah, here we have the Anker charger, 3-port charger. They've marketed this more towards Apple products. They advertise it more about charging up the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, more so with iPhones. But pretty much if you carry a MacBook and an iPad and an iPhone, maybe some AirPods, Apple Watch, you're probably only going to need the one charger. So this one is rated at 65 watts. So if you're charging through the top port on here, this will give you the full 65 watts charging, which is going to be perfect for a MacBook Air. It will charge Pros and everything, but obviously their ratings are a lot higher. 65 watts will still give you a good charge anyway. But once you start connecting other devices into the other 2 ports, it's going to distribute that 65 watts across all 3 ports. So for me, my MacBook Air would be in the top slot, my iPhone would be in the middle slot, and then my Apple Watch will be using the other charger dock, which just requires less wattage anyway, so it's not going to really be a problem. But it does do 3 items all at once. It will just take longer if you do all 3. But yeah, so that's the Anker charger itself. As you can see, that's our Australian plugs. Very small. If I compare it to an iPod case, it's actually pretty small compared to a AirPods case. So there you go. Nice handy little charger, GAN 2 technology. Good heat dissipation, safety cut-offs. This is the usual quality you expect out of Anker. I've bought a lot of stuff that is Anker. My power banks and everything are all by Anker. They've all been really reliable. I've never had anything fault on me. I've never had anything overheat. I do swear by them. But the reason for this video is right now they're reduced from 60 bucks to 34 bucks. So I'll throw a link up in the description with this one. I can safely say it's not a regrettable buy. Even if you're just taking an iPad and an iPhone with your watch, or just those two products, this will charge them pretty much at full speed. So I will plug it in later. I'll put a tester on there. I'll connect up I've got a MacBook Air 15-inch, so I'll plug it in with a voltage tester and we'll see what we're actually getting out of it on a full charge. And yeah, so there you go. That's that for now, and I'll follow on with actual charging speeds and we'll see how we go. Okay guys, welcome back. I managed to locate a socket that's not down on the floor next to a wall, so it'll be easier to show you. So here's the Anker adapter there. So we're just going to plug in the meter. So as you can see, even with a switch on, there's no power getting out into the meter. So if you refer back to my first review, I was just doing a review on the Xiaomi air compressor, the portable battery powered one. So I've got the USB plugged into that, and the USB cable I'm using at the moment is rated at 240 watts. So we'll plug that in and then we'll see what kind of power we're getting out of that at the moment. So at the moment that's pushing out 4.98 volts, 1.9 amps, and it's showing around 9.3 watts. So that's the power that's coming out at the moment. So we'll just switch it over to the second socket. We'll see what that outputs. Okay, so there's no difference on the second socket. That's pushing out the exact same amount of wattage. So I will now unplug this and go straight into the MacBook Air. There we go. So that's now charging the MacBook Air. So if we go back to the dial now, you will see it's pushing out 19.7 volts, 3.23 amps, and it's pushing out 63 watts at the moment. So that's pretty much outputting full power into the MacBook Air. So we'll just go back into the designated. So as you can see, the MacBook is only 17%. So there we go. We're getting, I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen very well, but that's pushing out 64.5 watts. So there you go. It's actually doing exactly what it says on the tin. And that's it. Happy days. So this is the charger I will now be taking to the mines with me. This will quite happily do my MacBook Air, my iPad Air, and my watch and phone. So I don't always charge everything at the same time, so I'm not going to need to charge all 4 devices at once, but it'll be handy to have a nice, small, compact, light charger that will do all of it. So there you go. If you liked this video, if it helped you out at all, please drop me a like. 10 likes, 5 followers would be a really good start for me. I'd really appreciate it, and it obviously will spur me on to start doing some more reviews of other products I've got incoming. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully this was helpful. Take care then. Bye bye.